Yes. Hi, good afternoon. This is Ella. How are you?
Hi, Ella. I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. I'm great. I had to double check your number, make sure I wasn't calling international. The
Oh,
781.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, wait, hold up. That looked like, But what's going on, my love? How are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
Okay,
How are you?
okay. Fantastic. So, this is not your first time with me, right?
No, it's not. This is my second time.
Oh, really? All right. So
Yeah.
what's the update? That's why your spirit guide said allow her to tell you what's going on, in terms of asking questions because you already got a reading with me. So that's okay. So I understand now. So what's the update, my love?
So I know that last time we spoke, you were telling me that my mom came through and
Mhm.
that I should, work with Mama Oya. And
Mhm.
because when my mother died, she died, at a crossroad. You also suggested that I work with Papa Lepa.
Mhm.
Um, I've been, my biggest thing I think is trying to stay consistent with things. That's like my
Mhm.
biggest, struggle.
Mhm.
So I don't really know. I just feel like I needed to talk to you. Like there's so much going on, like family wise, and I just wanted to talk to you. I just wanted to talk to you.
Mhm.
I've been having a lot. So let me stop. I'm sorry.
Mhm.
So I did create. I am working on Oya. I don't think as frequently as I should.
Mhm.
And Papa Legba too. I've been working with him more often. I've noticed that like when I do that, even when I don't do it, I get a lot of dreams. Like a lot of dreams come to me,
Yeah.
and there's so many that I don't. Some of them I don't even remember. The last dream I had, I want to talk to you too about it.
Yeah,
It was like
I am picking up dreams with you, so that's good. Everything is in your dreams, and they're showing me clouds, so that's good. So we're
wow.
dealing with the air sign, and we're dealing with your mental. So it's coming along. You're actually coming closer, or rather not coming, or rather getting closer to your spirit. So the connection there is it's increasing, or rather improving. So then that's a good thing because yes,
Okay.
dreams and clouds is all is coming up with you. So go ahead. Let me hear what's going on.
Okay.
Mhm.
So I had a dream that I think I was like a younger child, but I was in my body now, and there was like three like thick, women, but like just big chested, big behind, really thick women.
Mhm.
And there was three of them, but I can't remember what color they were wearing. But all I remember is that we were at a camp and they were trying to get me to go into the water. The body of water was huge. All right, it was like
Mhm.
I don't even know how big it was, but it was wide and huge. I just remember the water being dark blue, almost like a navy blue, and then like the moon was shining so bright, and it was
Mhm.
silver. And I was telling them like, yo, I don't know how to swim. I'm scared of drowning. Like I don't want to drown. And they were like just looking at me like, you go to get your ass in the water. Like go in the water. Like you'll be fine.
Mhm.
And I remember going into the water and I started swimming. I was just swimming. I wasn't going nowhere. I was just swimming. And then I woke up.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, like, I don't know what that was about.
Let me tell you. Let me tell you what that's about. Okay, we're gonna dissect
Okay.
everything little by little. That right there that told me it's all about feminine intuition and cleansing. Remember when I spoke to you, I don't know if I mentioned or recommended for you to take a spiritual bath, but those three, okay, so those three godmothers or those three angels or those three family members came to you to tell you jump in the water so that you can be cleansed. You can be, how
Okay.
Christians said, reborn again, or whatever the situation is, because you are actually getting involved, or rather you're dealing with different people and different energy and different feelings and stuff. You got to cleanse yourself on a spiritual level. Remember when you said you don't know how, you're not consistent with your spiritual practice, or you don't
Right.
really know how to go about it because you didn't do step A before going to step B. Step A is to
Okay.
cleanse. step A is to cleanse and allow the spirit or allow the energy to flow to you before you can get, before you can be actually involved with the spirit. But you got to cleanse yourself. I'm going to tell you why also. This is dealing with feminine aspect in terms of you and yourself and your intuition, because the moon was shining onto the water. So water is woman and the moon is woman. So we speaking about feminine. Yes, we dealing with feminine cleansing and intuition and spirituality, and also sexual energies is what they're saying to me as well. So be moderate, or be careful, or rather cleanse yourself from the people that, I don't know if you are not in a harmonious relationship, or you broke up, or whatever the situation is, but I'm feeling like there is past residue of men that you've been dealing with that you haven't fully let go. Well, not let go, but it's the residue is still there. On a sexual level. So you want to cleanse yourself holistically. You haven't done so. Yes, the number 3 is definitely coming up with you, and also the number 11. So we still dealing with transition. And then Oya number is 9, but the root number of 9 is 3. So we still dealing with, and then which represents the 3 women that was there to guide you to get this cleansing. Hence, the cleansing is dealing with transitioning to the higher realm or higher dimensions, or guiding you to, align yourself with what you say, the spirit realm in a sense. So it's all good. It's definitely all good. That was a good thing. And then the main fact that you got in the water and you was going with the flow, that means that's a good thing. That means doors is gonna begin to open up for you on a spiritual path. That's just confirmation of spiritual connection.
Okay.
A beautiful thing. A beautiful thing. Yep. Go ahead.
Another thing is that, I've been having like a lot of dreams about people around me. Like I have a friend, she's a very good friend. We started working together and I left the job, but we're still friends. And I had a dream, but she wasn't in my dream, but I knew it was about her. I kept telling her, like, we were traveling somewhere, and I was like, girl, we're under attack. We gotta get our stuff so we can go. And she's looking at me like, what you mean under attack? I'm like, didn't you just said we are under attack? But I was talking to her like, you're under attack. Like, you need to get your stuff and let's go.
Yeah, she's under attack, right?
And the next 2 days, she called me and she's like, Rochelle, I'm like, what's up? And she's like, yo. She's asking what was going on at work. And I'm like, I've been telling you, like, you need to stop talking. Like she's very high-tempered and very, and we're both, so she was getting, like, that angry black woman thing going on at work because she was voicing her opinions a lot. So I told her, I'm like, I had a dream about you last night, and I didn't know who the woman was in my dream, but now it makes sense. Like, they're trying to hurt you. They're trying to hurt you because you're so passionate, and, and you're like, not the stereotypical black woman. Like, you're a single mom, yes, you got 3 kids, but you're doing your thing. You're handling your business with no man in the house. And they got a problem with that. And I don't know why I was calling her this, Ella, but I shit you not, like, the next couple of days, it all blew up. She got called into the office, had to get a meeting with HR, and, I'm not saying it scares me, but it just puts me in a space of, like, I want to know, like, if they can come through and tell you, like, who I was, if you can see who I was, like, in my past life.
Well, here's the thing. That's a good thing, because that's a good experience that you've gone through. I'm gonna tell you who you was in your past life as well. And I'm gonna tell you what's going on with you now in terms of, remember when I told you about spiritual connection when you were swimming in the water and the moon and these 3 different in transition? Okay, I told you that you are getting closer to, and I said intuition, correct? Okay, so the intuition part, as your pineal gland or your spirit becomes awakened, or rather open to spirituality, you're going to have these particular types of dreams. You were once somebody in your past life give me a second, that healed people. Not more so see or was able to foresee, but you was able to heal people on a very root, on a root level. Now, the main fact that you told her that she was going to get in trouble, because I was going to tell you, as you was telling me about that situation, I was like, no, that dream was really about her. That goes to show you that you have psychic abilities and you need to tap into that even more. This is the reason why your spirit guides is telling you, listen, hey, continue on with your spiritual baths. What they also told me is, before you go to sleep, they want you to chant. Chanting will open up your internal vibration, and chanting will help you to see things more in the dream world. I'm gonna tell you another thing, beloved. Before I started coming out publicly, everything that I wanted to know was revealed to me in the dream. Everything that I wanted to know. So this is what's happening with you now. Everything that you're, well, not everything, but it's opening little by little. However, you're not doing, how can I say, the spiritual practice on a holistic level, and that's why it's not on 100%. It's not on the high. So if you practice these spiritual practices on a high, meaning get with the spiritual baths that I recommended. Chant is what they're saying. Chanting before you go to bed, a particular type of vibration, your pineal gland will begin to open up. Your frequency will begin to rise or raise or whatever, and you will, you'll be a good seer, or your intuition will go a little bit deeper than what you thought. You feel like a Scorpio in a sense. In any event.
I am a
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You feel, so there you go. Yeah. Yeah, you feel like a Scorpio. Definitely. You feel like a Scorpio. Yeah. Definitely. And that's, okay. So this makes sense of why, this makes sense of why the water element is primary for you in terms of spiritual tools that you have to use in order to open up your spiritual vortex, because you're a water sign. So, it just goes hands for hand, and water deals with woman, the moon also. And then when is the full moon coming up? When is the full moon? Huh?
Well, my cycle. Are you asking? But I don't know.
I'm asking when is the full? Okay, I feel like the full moon is coming up shortly, but you should perhaps do some full moon rituals as well, where you just chant during the full moon. Why? Because this is what your spirit guides, or rather, this is what your spirit already showed you. But again, it will make sense of why your spirit guides told me that in one of your past lives, perhaps the one you just came out of, you were a healer. Scorpios are healers, and Scorpios deals with the underworld. Remember, I told you that in your past life you were able to heal people on the root level. That's why. Because
when you say on the root level, what does that
mean? Meaning, I'm gonna tell you right now. Meaning, say for example, somebody you have a friend that is a prostitute, right? She's prostituting, and she's just all over the place. What she's really looking for is her, and say for example her father abandoned her. What she's really looking for is her father, right? She's really looking for that real love. You, instead of healing the prostitution, you go in and you heal the main fact that she never had a father. That is the root problem of why she's out here prostituting. Like myself, when people come to me with their issues, I'm able through the spirit realm to tap in the root issue of their problem. It's not that they're looking for love. No, it's that they might have been abandoned, or they never, had closure in their past relationship. This is the reason why now certain people act the way they act. We have to understand, or rather overstand, and you have that potential too, to heal people on a root level. Once you begin to tap into your DNA cells, you will be able to tap into those powers that you once had, because it's there. It's there. It's happening now. It's happening, beloved.
It's so interesting that you say that, Ella,
Mhm.
because, you know, for the longest time I've been
Mhm.
in school. I'm trying to be a nurse.
Mhm.
And I've been trying to figure out what kind of nursing, you know, field I want to go into.
Mhm.
And the other day I was listening to Dr. Umar Johnson, and, you know,
Mhm.
it just kind of aligned itself, like, black women, if you're looking for something to do, you know, midwifery, like delivering babies is the path that you guys should try to go on.
Mhm.
And I'm like, yeah, I've been thinking about this too.
Mhm.
And it just kind of aligned. Like, I forget what was going on the next couple of days, but that same topic kept coming up.
Mhm.
And I don't know, like, I've just been led to, that's what I want to do. That's what I want to do. So it's interesting that you're talking about, you know, the feminine aspect, the woman, the femininity. Like, that's where I want to go with my career. And I don't know if they're saying, like, that's okay. It's like, that's where I should be going.
No, it's not it's what you want to do. I always tell my clients, what do your spirit guide you? What do your spirit lead you to do? It's not, oh, what should I be doing here on this particular planet? No, it's what you want to do. I choose to channel. Oh, it's not. You get what I'm saying? So and it's interesting is now let me tie it in a little bit more, because these new souls that are coming into this world, they come from other dimensions. They come from other galaxies. So if you as a Scorpion are guiding them into this particular world now, that is dealing with the underworld. You see, that is dealing with people that came from the spirit realm or are closer to the spirit realm. I always say the two main people that are closer to the spirit realm are elders, because they're about to transition, and babies, because they just came back from some galaxy. You're perfect for that, beloved. You're perfect for that, and that's why they're telling you that they're showing you that you are actually in perfect alignment with your reality. It's coming along. You just have to be patient. And do your spiritual practices.
Right.
Do your spiritual practices. You'll be good. You'll be definitely. Go ahead. Mhm.
So I know. So last time we spoke, you told me to do the Oya bath and the Legua bath. So I go on your site, and I think in a couple of weeks I can, afford to get that. So in the meantime, is there something else that I could do, like, to kind of, cleanse?
Let me get that information for you. Give me a second. Scorpio, right?
Okay. Right.
Mhm. Give me a second. Let me see. Okay. Where do you live? You live in Boston?
I live in Massachusetts. In Boston, yeah.
This is are there spiritual stores by you, botanicas and stuff like that by you?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Let me zoom in on this. Okay, the color orange is coming up with you. Okay. You want to get 3 orange peels. Okay. All right, here you go. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna get some coconut milk, right? You're gonna get 3 cans of coconut milk, right? And you're gonna get 3 oranges, right? The navel oranges is good, right? And what you're gonna do is you're gonna take the orange peels, and you're gonna soak it. So it's gonna go three on 3, right? You're gonna soak it for 3 days, and then you're gonna take a bath for 3 days. So, and that's like a sweet bath to bring things for you, to cleanse your spirit, to cleanse your aura, to help you remove unwanted feelings and, sexual, oh, and that's, God damn it, that's the reason why they were speaking to me about sexual, and yeah, ding, 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 yeah, Scorpio, hello, okay, now it's coming to me, okay, she's a Scorpio, that's why they said she needs to release the sexual energies from her ex-partners or whoever, whatever, okay, good, so now we're giving you the recommendations for you to do so, right? So what we got 3 cans, they're showing me 3 cans of coconut milk, right? Give me a second. 3 cans of coconut milk. You're gonna get 3 oranges. You're gonna take the peels of the oranges. You're gonna soak it in a bucket or in a bowl or whatever, right? And then they want you to go to the Botanica, and I'm feeling like, okay, sage. You can get sage anywhere though, but you wanna like but it's fresh sage that they want you to buy. Fresh sage, and then two, you wanna get a pinch of sea salt. Okay? A pinch. A
like
pinch.
Sea salt or just regular sea salt?
Who?
Like dead sea salt or just like regular cooking sea salt?
The rawest, I don't know, like the raw, the most purest form of sea salt.
Purest form? Okay. All right.
But pinch, you're just gonna put a pinch in that in that formula. You're gonna just put a pinch in that formula, right? And then you're gonna allow it to soak for 3 days, okay? And then after you let it soak for 3 days, boom, you take your bath for 3 days. Okay? Give me a second.
So now when I'm bathing,
Give me a second. Let me see these days. Let me look up when's the full moon, because I'm feeling like this has a connection. Okay, give me a second. Full moon. That's probably why. Everything is in perfect alignment. Give me a second. Let me see when is the full moon. The full moon for September. September 16. When is September 16?
That's next Friday.
Is it? Let me see.
Yeah, that's.
Oh! Give you enough time to get your stuff and do what you need to do. Give you enough time to soak the baths. That's what I'm saying. I had a feeling. Remember when I said when is the full moon? That's perhaps why, because you was gonna ask that question, and I'm okay. So right, so you get you get the ingredients. You're gonna soak it on the 13th. All right, soak it. Start it on the 13th, which is the master number. Also deals with a cult. Also deals or relates to Scorpion energy. Okay, dealing with death, because Scorpions deal with death and life, or life and birth, or life and rebirth, right? So Tuesday the 13th, the 14th, the 15th, on the 16th, you're going to take the bath on the full moon, and then 17th and 18th. When's your birthday?
Okay.
When's your birthday?
November 9th.
Okay, and you're getting it September 9th? Okay, you're getting this reading September 9th? Okay, it makes sense. All right. Okay, and that's why they were saying 3. The 3 is the root number of 9. Okay, right. Okay, great. So you have any other questions? This session has been recorded.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So for the sage, so am I using like the sage I cook with, or like white sage, or what kind of sage are they talking about?
Give me a second. Fresh sage, the one that you cook with.
The one I cook with. Okay, I just got a sage plant too today. That's so crazy.
Use it. Use it.
Yeah. Okay.
Use
I will. I'm putting this in the bath. Am I gonna put this in the bath?
Yeah, you putting this in the bath.
In the bath. Okay.
You're soaking all ingredients. You're soaking it for 3 days.
Okay.
And you know when you and then of course you divide the mixture or the formula for 3, to spread out equally. But here's the key, or here's the deal. When you do this or whatever, when you take these baths, or when you take this particular bath, you say your affirmations, you speak whatever it is that you want. I cleanse myself, I release this, I have this, please, I claim this, I claim love, I claim abundance, I claim this. But more so, know that you are cleansing. This is a spiritual cleansing bath given to you. So you're more so cleansing, unwanted feelings, so that things can open up for you. So just keep that in mind when you are also taking this bath. Okay?
All right,
beloved?
So I'm not going to sit in it, but I'm just going to, like, after I regular bathe, just, like wash myself with this, or am I going to sit in it?
You're going to sit in it. This is a bath.
I'm going to sit in it. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a bath. Duh. Okay. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, my love.
I have one last question.
Oh, yeah.
So I've been noticing with my son, he's 9 right now, and I've been noticing that he's been undergoing a lot of spiritual transition, so to say. And for him, like, he's just playing, right? But for me, I can see for me, like, okay, like, this is, it's real. So one night, he left his room and came into my room, and I have, like, a big walk-in closet, so I keep a light on in there for when he does come in. And then I was super asleep, but I felt him come into bed. So we were sleeping, and then I popped up, like, out of my sleep, and he was in the closet playing. And he was talking and, playing and talking. And I'm like, Jordan. And he's like, I can't say his name. I'm like, what are you doing in there? And he comes out like, oh, she called me in to come play with her. And I said, who? He said, some woman, she was wearing all white, mama, and she told me to come play. And so I went to go play. And he came into bed and he knocked. He just knocked out from there. And it was like, I think 2 or 3 in the morning, and I wasn't scared for anything. I was just like, okay, I noticed that. And I said, asked him. He's like, I wasn't scared, but she said to come play, and we were playing. And that was it. And then a couple, like maybe a month or a month and a half later, he was at school. It was the end of summer, but closer to summer, and he was sitting in the park, and he said he was playing, and all of a sudden, everything just went black. And he had a vision. He saw that, like, my mother died when I was young, and the same thing that he repeated to me was what I went through when she passed away. So the school called me, like, you have to come get your son because he's crying so much that we can't even console him, and he's saying that his grandmother passed away. And I'm like, what? Like, my mother died years ago before he was even born. So so I'm like, where's he getting this from? So when I asked him what happened, he said he doesn't know. He was just sitting, they were playing, he took a break to sit down, and then he just felt like everything around him went dark, and there was a bright light shining, and he just saw that, like, my father had called on the phone and said that, he said my mother's name. He said, that has died. And I'm like, that's so crazy because, and I still don't know how to make sense of all that, but I did tell him that, like, coming from where we come from, sometimes, the ancestors will show you things, or the spirits will show you things, and it's not for you to be fearful, but just for you. But I didn't know what else to say, because I'm like, I don't even understand what he saw or why he saw what he saw.
Yay! That's a beautiful experience, beloved.
Right.
That is a
beautiful.
Let me tell you, and that is your mother, protecting him and is with him, and that's why he's not scared. That is your mother. She's a slim. She looks slim. But look, let me tell you, that is a perfect example of why we have to be very careful of what our children entertain, what our children are eating, who our children are around, because of crystal babies such as himself, or soul being, or rainbow child, or rainbow children such as yourself. These children that are coming back are very advanced souls. Remember, I told you that the babies or children are the ones closest to the ancestral realm, and elders are also closest to the ancestral realm. Your son, his pineal gland is open, and you are not shutting it down. So he's going to have these different experiences. Good for you. Kudos to you. It's okay. You can't control that. You cannot control his gifts. Well, not his gifts. His natural. He's born with it. He's a natural gift. You can't control that. So it's good. But these people, they not gonna. And then too, your son, he's trying to figure out what is going on with himself too, because again, it's something that is beyond his understanding. So he's gonna freak out. Yeah, so he's gonna freak out behind it. But he'll grow into it. Again, let me say something. I seen my first spirit and understood my first spirit at the age of 13. So your son is not too far from 13. He's 4 years, 4 years apart. So it's a good thing, It's a good thing. I believe we are considered the crystal children, and he's considered the rainbow child, or rainbow children, things of that nature. Yeah, they're reincarnated gods.
No, can you hear anything that they're saying for me to do in particular with him? Because I'm really protective over him. Like, he doesn't just eat with anybody. He just doesn't, like, I've told him time and time again, because he likes to eat. And he used to pick up food for from anywhere. Like, he'll just come offer something and he'll take it. So we were beefing about that for a long time, and I'm like, you have to understand that you're a very special spiritual person. I felt that since he was born, you know, before I even understood fully who he was, you know. But I mean, and now he's getting better at it. Like, you know, I can't eat from everybody, just from mommy, grandma, and grandpa, whatever.
Right.
But I wanted to know, like, if they're telling you anything that I should be doing with him to enhance his spirituality. More than I feel like I'm not.
It's already there.
The right thing.
No, it's already there. You don't have to.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? It's already there. You don't have to increase it. You don't have to try to work with it. It's already there.
Right.
You know, that's just like when somebody has love, like, oh, can you love me more? No, I already love you. You get what I'm saying? Like, the love is already there. Like, you're not going nowhere. Like, your son, that's what I told you prior. He has to grow into it. He has to understand. This is his journey. This is his experience.
Okay.
So he's already protected. You know, nothing is gonna happen to him. He's gonna be like a warrior god. I'm surprised he's not into martial arts already.
Oh my God.
He's into it.
We're just gonna sign him up like next week with that.
You better.
Yeah.
You better get him into martial arts. Get him into martial arts. He's gonna be a savior. What's the sign?
He's a Pisces.
That's my boo boo. Yes. Team Pisces. That's right. Yes, he's a Pisces. Yes, that's Team Pisces right there. Yeah, it's natural.
Yeah.
It's normal.
Okay.
He's good.
All right.
Mhm.
All right.
All right, my love.
He went to church with my parents, and the pastor, you know, called him up. And I don't go to church, you know, I'm not into all that, but you know, I let him go with my parents or whatever. And he's not really into all that, but you know, he's with his grandparents. He goes. So he was telling me the pastor called him up to the altar, or you know, to the pew, whatever they do. And he went up, and the pastor was telling him that he has to be careful what he says to people, because the power that he has is in his tongue. And he was like, "Oh, what does that mean?" And I said, "You have the power to, you know, your words are the words that you use are the spells that you cast. So you have the power to either, you know, save someone or hurt someone. So you got to be careful, you know, what you say and how you say it." And the pastor was saying that he's going to be a great leader, that he's, you know, that he sees him like a leader for his people, or whoever his people are, but he's going to be a leader for his people.
That's why I said, that's why I said he got to get into some martial arts, because, you know, people's going to try him, and he got to, you know, Pisces, you know, we're like scorpions. Like it's but so much that we're gonna take. Like, we love you, we care for you, but once you cross that line, it's gonna be something. So you gotta think about in the future. You already know that this world is poison and toxic now. So now think about 20 years from now of what's gonna be happening. A black boy that is conscious, that knows about himself, that can read people, that loves people. Come on. People's gonna try him.
Yeah.
So martial arts is in alignment with him, and I'm glad that you're following through and you're following your spirit, my love. Thank you.
Okay, thank you too. I'm so grateful for you. I swear, for like a month now, I was just like, I gotta talk to Elle. I've been watching your videos, and I'm like, every single one of my talk, you talking to me, and I'm like, no, I gotta talk to Elle. Like, you know, I gotta make sense of all this. Like, I knew it was all okay because I didn't feel anything bad with it. I know that my biggest problem is staying consistent and, you know, just being consistent with what I have to do.
And it's the different avenues you take, and it's the different avenues, because every spiritual practice, you know, doesn't work for everybody. Like me, like, I don't really do too much of the burning of the candles. Like, that really doesn't really work for me, you know? But it works for other clients and it works for other people. Me, I'm more so of a water energy and a instant person, where I'm, you know, washing away negative aura, because again, I channel 7 days a week, every single day. I don't need nobody's energy on me. I need my own, so I can provide 100% satisfaction to everybody that comes along my path. So that's what works for me, you know. So that's why we gave you these tools to work with, you know, properly along your journey. All right, my love.
Okay.
All right, so
Thank you so much.
oh, thank you. So I'll upload this video and then send it off to you when I get a chance.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Thank you so much, Ella. I'll talk to you soon.
Create a bless.
All right. Blessings,
Okay.
my love.
Bye bye.